Good morning, Lotus Legacy, and welcome to Jordan's Inspired Bedhead Moments. So I'm a little jacked up on coffee right now, and I'm also jacked up on an aha moment. So as Healy mentioned earlier, I made a couple of videos for the Diamond Push group, and they were about my aha moments and a couple of calls to action. And they're all from this book that I've been reading, The War of Art. I know it's backwards, but I suggest everyone read this. This is amazing. It's catered to writer's block, but it's also for anybody who's starting a business or is kind of having a block with their creativity. It's so good. It's really good. I've had like every page I look at has like just such inspiring advice. But he also gets really in depth with what keeps us from doing the things that we want to do and what keeps us from doing the things that we love. And one thing that he just mentioned in this last chapter that I really loved, he mentions fear. So the premise of this book is explaining resistance and why we feel resistance. So like you have like tasks that you want to get done that day because they're going to fuel your business. They're going to get you farther, just one step farther every single day. But it takes so much of you to actually do it because there's something in you that's holding you back, that's bringing you back, and like making excuses as to why you can't do it. And he lists off a lot of reasons of resistance, like symptoms of resistance. And so, and it just like hits home every time. But there's this one that he mentions later in the book. And it's something that I've wondered a lot lately. It's a fear. It's not just the fear of, of failure. It's actually the fear of success. And we tend to fear success more than anything else. And that seems ridiculous because why would we fear success? I mean, that's what we want, right? That's what we're working towards. We're working towards success. But there's something that's holding us back. Something that there's a little part of us that doesn't want to succeed. And something that he says, here, I'll explain this. He goes into all these fears of failure, of not fulfilling our dreams, and failing to support our families, and failing to do all this stuff. And it says there's the mother of all fears. It's so close to us that even when we verbalize it, we don't believe it. Fear that we will succeed, that we can access the powers we secretly know we possess, that we can become the person we sense in our hearts and that we truly are. This is the most terrifying prospect a human being can face because it ejects him at one go from all the tribal inclusions his psyche is wired for and has been for 50 million years. It's this fear that when we succeed, we're going to lose everything that we have. We want change, but we don't want change because we have to deal with that change. So when you succeed, you're afraid that you're going to lose your family, your friends, just the way your life is because you're comfortable. You're comfortable in it right now, and what comes with success, you don't know yet. It's just this world that's unknown, and you're so afraid of losing what you already have. And you're also afraid of the expectations, and that's what hits home to me, and I know it hits home to a lot of other people too. We are all afraid of everyone's expectations, our family's expectations, our friends' expectations, our bosses, our uplines, our other people, their expectations of us. And when we start working harder and we start succeeding, their expectations are raised a little bit and raised and raised and raised, and you just have to keep exceeding their expectations. And so that holds us back because we're like, that's too much pressure. It's too much pressure for us to deal with on a day-to-day basis. But what it really is, it's not about anybody else. It's not about anybody's expectations. It's about us and just getting it done. The thing is that we all need to do, that I desperately need to do, is just to stop worrying about others' expectations and whatever others are going to think of me when I fail, or think of me when I don't go through with this, or think of me when I start this. Because that's not what matters. It's what I want and what I want to get done. That's what matters. So what I need to do and what I think everybody needs to do is just keep going. Just keep showing up. Keep doing what you're doing. If something doesn't work out, that's okay. Just get started on the next thing. Don't worry about what other people are going to think of you, because that's not what this is about. So that's my rant for this morning, my bedhead moment. So don't fear success. Just keep going. Just keep going. And eventually you'll figure it out when it comes. If you start to succeed, it's not going to be this plateau. It's not like, oh, I succeeded, now I'm done. No, you're going to keep going. There's going to be more to succeed. There's going to be more to do. So it's just going to be a way of life. You can't let what others think of you get in the way. And that is what I took from that. Okay. Have an amazing Wednesday, and I will see you all soon.